U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Throwing on first down, Cooper. He's going to get this one down to Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. And they run the option on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, Cooper. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Michelle: 13 carries, 58 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there, and it's third down. Now it's Watson. The quick slant caught. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. These two teams all tied after 1. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Cooper. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it. This is Michel. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? He'll get this underneath to Michel, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And he puts it through. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Cooper. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. from the gun. Cooper. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun. Cooper. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. The Dolphins trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. Marquise Brown, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Preston Williams, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. His guys lead on the road in Minneapolis as we send you back up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Patriots to take over. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. Nice move at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack.
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Cooper from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And get that to Michel, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week. Watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Michelle, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. It through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. To throw is Cooper. Throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now left side on the swing pass, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Cooper. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And complete right side to Cook. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This one brought in by Jefferson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. From the gun, Cooper. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Cooper. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now Cooper on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Cooper throwing again. And the intercepted. Well, and it's picked. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. On first down, Michelle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for New England, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for
People were buzzing after the game. I'd managed to play through the injury and look good doing it. I play to win, so the team's year-to-year success was foremost in my mind.
Wow. I mean, it really is incredible. Time and time again, you're called on to prove yourself, and every time you rise to the challenge.
I've always had to fight for my position, and I was fortunate this time I won. The experience reignited my passion for the game and my desire to be one of the best players in the league.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Michelle. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson. That's caught over the middle by Asiasi. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. On the ground, Michelle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. from 17 yards out. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And again, it's Mahomes. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now this will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play fake. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 36. 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, Ebron with it over the middle. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Back to throw, Mahomes. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple. Rolling to his, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground is Michel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. Right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Michel. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On the ground, this is Michel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeat.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. To throw on second down. Pitts. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Pitts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Operating from the gun. Pitts. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll run with Michelle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Pitts. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Back to throw. Pitts. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And they will run it with Michel. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From a yard out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Pitts, he'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Pitts. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Throwing again. Pitts. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home the Lamar Hunt Trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. and it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be one heck of a battle.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And it's Michel once again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, Michel. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On the ground, Michel. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Off play action. Pitts. And he goes down. It's It's a Patriot sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They will run the draw with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw on 2nd down. Pitts, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Pitts, a very quick pass to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Pitts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now Michelle. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give. This is Michelle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference
Tonight, it's the National Football League Super Bowl 61.
No more distractions. It's time to get this one started as here we go. Super Bowl 61 is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Johnson jostles free. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's third and goal. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Know where to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 37. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
A try for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a throw here, hauled in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Watson now, operating from the gun. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. This pass finds its way to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Falcons cut into that lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like... Yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is caught at the 8. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. The quick slant caught. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Your final season was one heck of a ride, but it didn't start off like you expected, did it?
You see guys like Brady play well into their 40s, so I felt like I had plenty left in the tank.